Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sandy G. Today we're making bacalaitos, also known as cod fish fritters. So the first thing you're going to want to do is take a pound of salted codfish and you're going to want to soak it overnight so you can get the excess salt out of it. Once you've soaked it, you're going to take that water, throw it out, replace it with some fresh water, put it to boil for 15 to 20 minutes. Once you've boiled your codfish, remove it with a metal strainer or a slotted spoon, put it in a bowl, and then you're going to reserve 1 cup of that water that you boiled your codfish in. So once you reserved that cup of water, you're going to set that to the side and you're going to take your codfish and break it apart. So let's get started making our codfish fritters or bacalaitos. So to start making your batter, you're going to start off with 2 cups of all-purpose flour. I'm going to drop that into a bowl. I have a tablespoon of garlic powder, a tablespoon of onion powder. I have a packet of sazon with achote. I have 2 sprigs of cilantro, finely chopped, and 2 sprigs of long coriander, also known as recao or culantro. I'm going to put about a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper to taste. I have my shredded codfish that I'm tossing into the bowl. We're pouring in the 1 cup of reserved water that we used to boil the codfish, a cup of fresh water, and the baking powder I'm going to reserve for the end. So now I'm going to stir this all up just to incorporate all the ingredients. Make sure you don't see any flour. And what you're aiming for is a batter that's looks like thin pancake batter. In this case, it's going to be a little chunky because of the fish, but the batter itself is going to be thin and runny. And so this batter is still a little thick, so I'm going to add a 1/2 cup more of water so I can thin it out. You add a 1/2 cup of water at a time to thin it out. If you need to thicken it up, you add a tablespoon of flour at a time. This seems to be the consistency that I want. It's thin and runny, it's chunky with the fish. And now that I have the perfect consistency, it is safe to add the baking powder. So I have a tablespoon of baking powder that I'm going to just drop in the bowl and mix until everything is well incorporated. And this will ensure that your bacalaitos are nice and fluffy and nice and soft. You are aiming for a crunchy fritter on the outside, but nice and soft on the inside. This is what your batter is going to look like, and I'm going to use that same scoop and I'm going to drop it into the pan. So heat up your pan for about a minute or 2, and then once it's heated up, you're going to pour the oil into the pan, just enough to cover the bottom of the pan. Once the oil is hot, you're going to use your spoon or your scoop and drop the batter. I dropped 1 cup of the batter down. So you're going to want to allow this to fry for about 2 minutes on each side. And I'm going to grab a pair of tongs so that way it's easier to handle when you're going to flip it over and you won't splash that oil. So go all the way under the fritter for the bacalaito and flip it over. And once it's cooked to the desired crunchiness that you want, you're going to grab your tongs, lift it out of the pan, and drain that excess oil before transferring it over to a plate lined with paper towel. Paper towel will absorb the rest of the oil, and you're going to want to get rid of these little bits that are in the frying pan, so that way they don't burn. And you're just gonna repeat the process. Keep dropping them into the pan, let them cook on both sides for 2 minutes. Listen to this. Oh my God. Want a bite? Here. It's so crunchy on the outside and it's soft on the inside, and every bite has a piece of fish. Oh, this is amazing. So my husband just came home and this is what happened. These are so tasty. I feel like I'm back in Puerto Rico. They're crunchy on the outside, they're soft on the inside, loaded with tons of fish. And there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, from my kitchen to yours.